customer get money for fertility. It's your money, and you have the right to use it now.
Get your money faster by calling H3 now.
What are you doing? What's up? Shit. My goodness, son.
Where do we go from here? Number 6 to 10. So, is 1 between 0 and 5? Or between
0 and 5.
So what is KDM6B?
KDM6B is a genetic variant that is so rare that only 12 others are known to have it.
So KDM6B is one of our genes. And just for some background to help frame that, our genes are kind of like the instruction manuals for building our bodies. So each and every one of us has genes. If you look within, any one of our cells across our entire bodies, you're going to be able to open up that cell and find our genes. We have about 20,000 genes in total, obviously, because we're very complex, people, a lot of different genetic material is needed. And the KDM6B gene is just one of those genes. For all of our 20,000 genes, they come in pairs. So we have 2 copies of all of the genes, including the KDM6B gene. One copy is usually inherited from mom, and then the other copy is usually inherited from dad. And we know that our genes have to be spelled out properly in order to do whatever they're supposed to do for us. So the KDM6B gene gives the instructions for making a histone protein. And histone proteins are really important for cell regulation. So for directing how cells grow, how cells divide, differentiate, and then also how they stop growing in the process that's called apoptosis. So the KDM6B gene is really important for doing all those different factors, particularly within the brain, is kind of where it's most important.
What's it like living with a child that has this issue?
It's every day is something new. It's always, you always got to be paying attention, and it's very scary because you try to live your life, but yet he has become more important because he can't do for himself like other children can, and he has trouble. So it takes more of your time and your attention to deal with him, and because of his developmental delays, it makes it that much more of a struggle in your life because you're trying to do the things for him that needs to be done, but you're also trying to do the things for yourself that you need done for your rest of your family, and then for yourself, and then well, hopefully you get some time for yourself. Sometimes with the developmental delayed child, it's almost never ending. The only time you get a break is when they're sleeping, and so the only time you really get a break is when you're sleeping. And everything is a challenge because his learning and him not being able to put things together properly. And because of that, he's 4 now, and we still have to feed him because he can't feed himself yet, and he's still in diapers, and he still don't communicate. So we do physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy, and we do them each one once a week, all throughout the school year until lately we've been getting summer breaks off, but the first couple years it was pretty much a year-round thing. But now we finally caught a little breathing room, and even though it's still a lot, we do the work, because that's what it's about, is trying to do for him the best we can, and hopefully we can make them connections, and hopefully it'll make it a little easier in the long run. Because they say the first 0 to 5 are the most malleable in your brain, so the more we can get in now in these earlier years, the better off we'll be in the long run. So I'm just happy that we do have the little bit of support that we do have, because it would be so much more difficult if we didn't have it. At least we got some support, even though I wished it would be more, but
something he'll react to really well.
You gotta be happy with what you got, or what you get.
That's pretty cool.
At least it's something that's better than nothing.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, you come right over to that, didn't you?
This whole situation, because it's not a very fun one, and it's not very easy to deal with, and it's very tough to navigate sometimes.
What's the one thing that you want parents of children with developmental issues to know?
The little things matter, so just try to be happy with them little things, because sometimes that's all we have in these situations, from what I can tell.
What's it like living with someone diagnosed with something as rare as KDM6B?
Ready?
Every day is a challenge. There's good days and, in the beginning there was good days and bad days.
Oh my God, I'm
The
doing
older
the
he
face
got,
just now.
there's more good days and bad days. I can't imagine my life anywhere any different than it was with him.
How did this all start?
It started when he was a baby. We noticed him breathing kind of funny. We made him a doctor's appointment. The nurse noticed he was breathing kind of funny. He got hooked up to oxygen and kept going high, or kept going low. And then they brought in more doctors. Then they decided to ship him out or fly him out. And then after we brought him back, he just wasn't developing like he should, or meeting his milestones like he should. I kept expressing my concerns to the doctor. She would refer us out to different specialists.
You catch it.
And
1, 2.
it just went from there.
Not yet.
What does the future look like for someone with KDM6B?
I mean, I really can't answer that because from what I understand, everyone is different. Some kids grew up to go to college and live somewhat normal lives. And there's some kids that are going to be having to be taken care of for the rest of their lives. So he's only 4. So we're just going to have to wait and see.
You try it. Jump, 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 jump. Go, jump, 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 jump.
How are you handling everything thrown at you as a parent of a disabled child?
It's not easy. Some days I want to cry, but there's no one that's going to do it for this little boy but me. I mean, we're all going through it.
How difficult has it been in dealing with KDM6B while having to navigate this rural healthcare system?
Like I said, we switched providers after. So he hasn't seen a doctor at IHS since he was 3 weeks old because IHS is not a good health system. They didn't care about his well-being.
Yay! Look who's behind you. Who's that? You ready to go home? Good job, buddy. Are you ready to go? Yeah. She's like, yep, it's time to go. Bye, buddy.
Bye. I'll see you later.
Bye, Ryder.
Bye.
Well, thank you guys.